So, hey guys, this is my first ever grid event, and if you notice that the first clip that you're watching is kind of like fucked up and not as good quality as the rest of the clips, and also the last clip is like literally somewhere fucking else. I don't even know because the last clip I don't know where it's supposed to be, and the first clip I'll put you in time lapse instead of the actual video, so you had to take like one frame per 30 seconds, and it just fucked it up. And basically this is the best as I can. Of course, it kind of looks as if it's AI generated because of all the shifting motion. Like, now I know how AI videos are made. Just use that. But yeah, apart from that, these 3 sessions at this grid event is one of the best in my opinion. Like, it is in fact something that I actually learned a lot from. Like, for example, I learned about one drastic mistake I kept on doing for the past month. It is double pedaling instead of single pedaling. Single pedaling is much more better than double pedaling. I kept on doing double pedaling, and since I switched from double to single pedaling, it's like as if I just switched from a 60 hertz monitor to like 165 hertz monitor. Like, the difference is phenomenal. Like, you can see the milkiness. It's like as if you go from like a limited 30 frames per second to like a unlimited 165 frames per second. It's like the milkiness is insane. And just like my race, it was milky as fuck to the point that I actually beat my PB and got a new PB of 46.8, which I'm going to achieve to beat within the Bikc, and also try to achieve top 3, which would lead me into Club 100, which I will attract more teams. But there's some misconceptions, and there's also a couple things you kind of fuck up at the start. Number one, going full out on the start, and number two, not staying outside as enough. Because right, there's multiple things wrong with this. Basically, always stay on the outside. Make sure that you have enough speed, and not that right, but you have a lower turning angle, and therefore you have a lot more speed, because turning would in fact result a lot of loss of speed compared to staying on the straight, which would gain you speed. And not only that, right, but staying in the middle, even staying at the corner which you're gonna turn, which would allow you to not only if lose a lot more speed because you're gonna end up in the barrier, or you're gonna simply like have to turn a lot. So pretty much you gotta do, basically you do something that would in fact gain you a lot of time compared to going full out. Like, it may look menacingly, but in reality, right, if you keep it on the outside, you can in fact beat it. It's like, it's lighter than it's supposed to be, and I know that is quite haunting. But mostly going full out will in fact make you like gain you a lot more time. And not only that, right, but enabling that DRS at the first point will basically allow you to zoom past all through the undercuts, and the turn up to the up ramp, make sure to go for the outside in. And of course, some dick is gonna of course try to undertake you from the inside. What I normally do is try to like cut them off, really, because number one, you're a dumbass if you try to do it. Like, yeah, sure, they kind of like fuck it up, like basically they kind of like fuck it up, but they eventually start to overtake. So what I think I have to do now is try to not go on the outside as much as should. Instead, right, I should just try and go for the middle, or in fact lower, before actually going for the undertake, because I believe like I could in fact chop off some more time around that corner, and then this corner will allow you to go straight up, which you will allow you to do another turn. And then from here, you basically just keep on the accelerator, make sure you clip that corner, and then you go straight ahead, which way you brake. Make sure you brake from a meter behind the second shutter, and also make sure you don't double pedal here, because you will see the major difference if you single pedal here compared to double pedaling, which basically like, will allow you to decrease your speed, which will allow you to securely go to that corner and have enough speed to say you can cut off the second part of the corner, which would allow you to go on the outside, which you should be, because then you go and take from the right to the left, which you'll be hugging on towards, which you brake and then undertake the other corner, compared to what I was doing before on hugging on the right and just kept on going on the right, which allowed me to go to a loss of speed. And I kind of noticed that because it's kind of similar to the first turn. But then it reaches over to the second part, which is kind of like the two braking areas, the hairpin and of course the chicane up on top. Basically, the hairpin you basically brake lightly just so that you gain like, don't brake as hard as you should. Like tap the brakes or lightly brake. You want to make sure like you a do like a drift into it, or b just so that as much as you can, just so that you can cut it over. One or the other would do great, but the latter option is a lot more worse. So go for the first option if you can. This will lead you to two sweepers. I'll go for the outside in, and yeah, and then for this final sweeper, I'll go for the outside in also, which this would enable me to go outside wide, and then this would allow you to simply enable the DRS if you want to enable it here, but I'll personally just keep it and then just enable it on the first turn, just so that I can get that extra speed. And mostly that's everything that you mostly need to know. Don't double pedal, mostly figure out the track itself, and also using grid events to take advantage of, because you're getting like a lot more sessions compared to the adult ultimate experiences, and they're a lot more cheaper, so I personally recommend go to them if you're not as experienced as you would be. So yeah, that's mostly all the yapping I'm gonna do. Enjoy the race, and most importantly, learn something from this video, like I keep saying from the other videos, because there's always something to learn from my turning as a beginner, because I'll basically do all the mistakes a beginner would do, but eventually I will rectify them and I will show you the aftermath of them. Yo, green light! Green light! It's green light, green light, green light! Get past, get past. That was a massive undercut. Get past, get past, get past. Nice contact! Terrible contact! Terrible also! shit. It was simple overtake. There was enough space.
There's no space there.
It was good to me. There was no space, bro. There's enough space according to me. Yeah, we're fine. Sorry.